welcome back to my channel. We have an extremely highly requested video today. We have an extremely highly requested video today. This one has actually swarmed my Instagram. There is so many people flooding my Instagram asking me to react to this artist, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this for you. If you guys swarm me that hard, I'm gonna give you what you want. It's gonna happen. We are reacting to Lyodra. She is from Indonesian Idol. In this video, she is singing Into the Unknown. I'm almost definitely sure I'm gonna get copyrighted, so let's just hope and pray that I don't have to make the audio all sounding weird. But this is from Frozen 2. If you guys don't know this song, it's a mammoth of a song. It's a mammoth of a freaking song. And I think this girl is fairly young. I don't know, I don't have any, let me Google. All right, so she is currently 16 years old. She is Indonesian. That is very young, especially to be competing on one of these shows. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Let's get into this. Lyodra, Into the Unknown. Ooh, she's doing the Aurora parts too. Very heavy reverb. If you guys don't know what reverb is, it's essentially the echo behind her voice. Can you hear? It's almost like it's doubling over her voice.
I can hear you, but I want some of the trouble while others don't.
We have the same hair.
There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whisper, which I wish would go away. Oh.
Ooh, beautiful vibrato, and you can tell she's classically trained the way she's placing a lot of those notes too. Oh, she's not singing that part. Beautiful dress.
You're not a voice, you're just ringing in my ear. And if I hurt you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. Everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret sign, but I'm blocking out your...
Pretty good pronunciation. There is a couple of words that she's siren, she said, instead of siren, but pretty spot on pronunciation. And for a 16-year-old, her voice sounds incredibly mature. It does not sound 16 at all.
I've had my adventure.
Here we go.
I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown.
Beautiful.
Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
Good. Incredibly consistent vibrato. You can really hear it's very thick sounding. It's not delicate by any means.
What do you want? You've been keeping me awake. Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake? Or are you someone out there who's a little bit like me?
Different take on this
Who
part.
knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be.
So I've mentioned this before, that in a lot of talent shows, they might cut the song down, so the song therefore has to build a lot quicker. Maybe, I don't know if they've cut any part out of it. That section that she just sang there, like the pre-chorus, usually that part there is a little bit softer, but she's using that to build. So let's go back a little bit.
What do you want?
That camera choreography is cool.
Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake?
So this part usually, different feel. I like it.
Like me, who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be. Every day is a little harder as I feel your power grow.
Beautiful.
Don't you know there's part of me that loves to go into the unknown. Into the unknown.
I love the vibrato.
Into the unknown.
Okay, so she just took that up an octave. Let's go back. Almost into like a bit of a whistle tone there. Let's go back.
Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
scoop going into it. It probably would be a bit more preferred for her to just go straight into that top note and make it a bit cleaner. But very impressive use of register in this song. And I love that she's changing it and making her own. That's really cool.
Hey, you out there? Do you know me? Can you feel me? Can you show me?
I love that vowel there. Beautiful. So she's saying oh, like that's what it would be written as lyrics, but she's saying ha, ha. It's almost saying like ha, ha. Can you hear that? It's almost starting as ha and then transitioning into an o. Ha. I really love that. It's very pop sounding, isn't it? Let's go back so you can hear it.
Can you show me?
Can you hear that diphthong? Great energy. I love the energy.
Where are you going? Don't leave me alone.
Beautiful.
How do I follow you?
Great. Love that change there. That's beautiful.
Into the unknown.
She's gorgeous, isn't she? That was great. All right, I'm not going to listen to the judging. I probably can't understand what they're saying anyways. Very impressive little 16-year-old there. She's not little. She's got a mammoth, ginormous voice, but for such a tiny, tiny little human, where does that big voice fit? Where does that go? I love how she's giving the camera attention as well as the audience. I think that really makes a difference when you're on a television show because you've got two audiences to play to. You don't just have a stage and an audience. It's a bit more complicated than that. You also have to play to the audience that are watching you at home, and she really divided her attention equally between the two, which is really important. You could see her directing some things directly to the camera and then some things directly to the audience, and I think that's really important. I think a lot of people would try and just ignore that the cameras are there, but she really played on those angles, and therefore it gave her a lot more of a professional looking performance on screen. So love that. Probably not a lot of people would pick up on something like that at her age. So very impressive. Love her voice. Love the change of the song. That's an incredibly difficult song. So if you can take it a notch higher or a notch bigger, like you're just gonna blow people out of the water because everyone knows how hard that song is. And the fact that she took some notes up the octave, she used different registers, she held those long notes longer than you usually would. It's just kind of adding that extra wow factor. Definitely, I think she's got a tiny, tiny little bit of polishing to do for her stage performance. I know that it is a lot easier to deliver that technically well-delivered voice when you're in a studio or a lesson or you're home. And then when you're on a stage and you're thinking about choreography and the audience and the cameras and everything else, it's pretty easy to get a little bit worked up and a little bit out of breath. So it really, really didn't make a huge difference to her performance, but as a vocal coach, I did pick up on just some tiny little details where maybe things could have just gone a little bit smoother. That is just me being picky though, honestly. What a great performance. I can't wait to see how much she develops. Overall, a really, really great performance. I would love to see more of her work. What is her best performance yet? I would really love to see her most polished, technically clean performance. I would just love to see her full potential in that kind of aspect, but overall I'm incredibly impressed. Can't wait to see where this girl goes. I'm sure she's destined for giant amazing things. If you guys would like to follow me elsewhere, I have all my links down below. I have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, a personal YouTube account, and a TikTok. So please feel free to go find me in all those different places and follow me there. If you have any requests of anything else you would like me to react to, then leave them in the comments below or send me a DM on Instagram. I definitely know that they won't get lost in my Instagram DMs, so if you want to make sure that I see what you're requesting, send it over there and I will be sure to reply. Hope you have a beautiful, amazing week, people, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.